I thought about this the other day. I had lunch with a client literally right down the street here. And this client's worth about $4, $5, $6 million liquid, more than that overall. And she had just moved some money over from a house sale, and I had been trying to track her down for 3 weeks to get her to meet with me so we could go over the strategy. I literally had to buy her lunch to get her to pay attention. I'll tell you what she said to me and why trust is important when we come back.
Scott, you were finishing your story about a woman she's worth millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
You are trying to get a hold of her.
Yep.
You have to trick her into a free lunch to sit her down, and that is where we left that story.
There's a lot of irony there, right? She's worth millions, and I had to buy her lunch. So
I do like that.
Something backwards about that. But anyway, yeah, so where I was going with that is this idea of partnership and trust, right? I mean, think of how much time mistrust robs from us. If you have a mechanic you don't trust, right, staying on our car theme here, and they say, well, you need the transmission replaced. You're like, gosh, I don't, you know what? I'm going to go get a second opinion, or I'm going to ask my Uncle Fred, or I'm going to, think of the time you're going to have to put in confirming that decision. It might very well be the correct decision, and that person may be being completely forthright with you. But if you don't have that trust, you have to spend more time verifying, right? Trust but verify kind of thing. And I was thinking about this gal that I had lunch with, who's an amazing human being overall. And the first thing I noted about her statement to me, which was, Scott, why are you bothering me? You know I trust you. Do your thing, right? And that's very humbling and makes me feel good and all that sort of thing. But the truth of the matter is, because she trusts me, rightly or wrongly, right, it saves her time, right? Again, we're getting back to time. If she trusts me and she trusts me, she's paying me. I mean, first of all, the funny thing is sometimes people say, Scott, can we talk about? No, you're paying me so you can manage your own money? I mean, that doesn't make any sense, right? So the two things I would say about her is that her attitude about money is healthy, right? She doesn't even care. I mean, I'm not going to say she doesn't care. If I ran out to the Cayman, she might care. But the reality is she trusts me. She's worked with me for a while. She knows I got her best interest at heart. And not that I get it right every time, because I certainly don't. But she trusts I'm trying to do the right thing. So her attitude is healthy, and thus she has a lot of money, right? The people who are scarcity-minded and hold on to their money with two fists and don't trust anybody are the ones that have the least amount of it. I've given the story in my book about the two doctors, right? One doctor, I can't even get him to answer the darn phone over my 30 years with him, and he just puts money away, he saves, and then he goes surfing, and then he goes on a trip to Vietnam or wherever he's going. He and his wife are here, there, and everywhere. I told him to start saving 30 years ago. This is how to do it. This will get you where you're going. And he did it, and he never looked back. Doctor number 2 is driving me insane. He's calling. He's questioning every trade. Why do we do this? What do you think about that? Why do we buy Microsoft? We should have bought Apple. Yada, yada, yada. Are you sure we need to save this much money? This guy has an unhealthy relationship with money. Now, please don't go all absolute on me. I'm not saying be ignorant to what's going on. I'm not saying don't have thoughtful conversations. I'm not saying be unaware. What I'm saying is people who are holding on too tight are the ones who rarely have money. And someone like my client that I was just describing, she has the money. And she has it, ironically, because it doesn't own her. She's busy doing her thing, and she trusts me to do my thing. And I'm saving her the time, because if she says to me, look, should we buy Microsoft and Apple as an example? And I say, I like Microsoft for whatever reason, right? And then she's like, okay, well, let me call 7 people and read 14 periodicals before I tell you if you can do that. That costs her time and it costs me time, right? So it's critical you find a partner that you trust enough to take back your time, which is your most valuable commodity.